Is there some goddamn reason why animes with the absolutely perfect first opening song have to change to an objectively worse one? Most of the time they just flat out don't fucking fit in with what the show is at all. I sit down and I browse around online to try to find an anime that catches my eye, and it turns out to be a 22 episode show with a cool premise, some dope characters, and an absolutely perfect opening song for what it is. Really, if your show has a well-fitting and memorable opening song, you can hook me into watching the whole thing, even if it starts turning into utter trash. A part of this is because I love playing OS and other rhythm games, and it's made me addicted to anime songs. So I'm hooked on this sick show that gets me so pumped from the beginning of each episode that I refuse to skip the OP. I go to binge the whole thing in like a day or two, and I'm ready to invest all my time in this shit. And then what the fuck does it do halfway through? What does this great show do to me after I've already invested so much time into it and I can't just stop now? It changes the opening that had me hooked on it to begin with. And not only did it change the opening, the new song just flat out doesn't fit. Nothing about it resonates with what the show was trying to be or what it's going to become. And don't give me that bullshit about, oh, well, the lyrics fit in if you read them. Yeah? Well, why the fuck can't the music fit in too? I don't speak Japanese. I need subs to be able to consume any of this shit. But I never bother to read subs for the goddamn music. Music's not supposed to be something that should have to be translated for you to enjoy it and feel what it's trying to fucking convey. I shouldn't have to look up what a song means to be able to actually appreciate it. Most people don't fucking care what the lyrics in anime songs mean. They just know a great song when they hear it. When you hear My Hero Academy's first opening, you don't have to know anything about any of the lyrics to know it's meant to get you pumped up and heroic. Likewise, you know Danganronpa 3 Despair Arc's opening is supposed to make you feel a weird sense of unease despite trying to sound cheerful. These are openings that just naturally fit with getting you in the mood for what you're about to watch without having to do fucking research first. So when a show changes its OP halfway through and the new song just doesn't fit at all, what the fuck was the point of even changing it? Supposedly it's because the general anime season is changing, and this is to signal that. The fall season transfers into the winter season, the winter into spring, and so on. But why would you ever have to make it worse? Like, couldn't you have just put in the same amount, if not more, effort into finding an even better song that could even hook in viewers from the new season browsing around? And who even said you had to change the song at all? One of the most loved animes, and one of my personal favorites, Hunter x Hunter, went on for 148 episodes and had 6 different OPs. But they never changed the opening song at all. Do you know why they didn't? Because they understood that was the fucking perfect song for the show and nothing they find will ever be better. Literally all they did was move around some of the lyrics from the full version of the song into the anime version and change the video depending on the arc they were in. And it worked perfectly. By the way, Hunter x Hunter is amazing and you gotta check it out. It's literally ranked number 5 on my anime list, so you don't have to just take my word for it. Anyways, going back to being mad. Who the fuck even said opening songs had to be changed again? I think I saw someone say online that they've only forced changing opening and ending songs as a trend just so they can sell new singles to collectors. And if that's the case, fuck anime execs for literally using their opening and endings just as product placement and not giving a single shit about fitting in with anything about the show. Do you have to really make money like that? And wouldn't it be better anyways to pick songs that just fit in and sound better? The better an opening song is, the more people will buy the single, right? Or does that just not matter anymore? Do anime opening songs just become an advertisement slot for music artists after the first one? I've been trying to think, but I can't recall a single anime I've seen where a later opening song was actually better than the first. Probably the closest was Re:Zero, which had a good opening second song, but the first still fits better for me. And obviously a lot of long-running shonens are an exception to this, since they've literally been around so long and had so many song changes that it's almost impossible to not improve at some point. At least I hope so. Oh, and I don't really include when they change songs for a different season in this either. I'm mostly mad at 22 or 23 episode shows that just change the opening song halfway through a season, and it's just worse by all accounts. Though when I think about it, the same probably applies to new seasons as well, except New Game, which is perfect in every way. Entirely. Game dev waifus, how can you fuck it up? Though I might be a bit biased because, speaking of game devs, I'm one of those things sometimes. And in case you didn't know, games cost money to make. Why not help me make games and videos too by throwing money at me? Hand over all of your cash and no one gets hurt. This is actually a robbery, by the way. Support me on Patreon or else.
Since I was a young man,